gathered together from the cosmic reaches of the universe, here in this great hall of justice, are the most powerful forces of good ever assembled. Dedicated to truth, justice, and peace for all mankind.
Welcome everybody back to Spin the Rack, and we're going to talk about the latest trailer from the Justice League. It's one of the hottest things I've seen out this year, and I hope that you guys like it too. Once again, we have part of the crew here.
Part.
Okay. We got
Part.
Superstar.
What part is missing?
We're missing Superstar, but that's okay. I was only joking there. But the whole crew is here.
Mm-hmm.
PD, Mr. Negative, Cal here, and we're going to talk about this trailer.
You got some real negativity this time.
Do you like this trailer?
No.
I mean,
Stupid. It's stupid.
The trailer's all right, but it doesn't mean it's going to be good. And the fact that a lot of scenes look like it's in the same back lot of the one Batman scene in BVS. So I would take a lot of points off of that. Some of the stuff looks interesting, and still the casting still bugs me a Flash.
Can't believe it. I can't
But
believe
they had the one scene where, you know, when it was a Brave and Bold Batman episode where Aquaman knocks out Bruce Wayne, walks him on the back and throws him over. Like, they had that one scene, so no one will remember that, you know, later on in the 90s, Batman and Aquaman somehow equal, which makes no sense. But otherwise, you know, we know what we get with these sort of movies, which is kind of the problem, right?
Yeah.
We know what we get. So the trailer, the look, the actual setup of seeing the mountains and that stuff looks all cool, but
how many times can you fall for the same thing? Like, how many times can they serve up the same thing to you and people get hyped for it? I guess that's why we're stuck where we are as humanity, because we just keep doing the same foolishness over and over again. I see, you know, Batman in the mountains. Like, why is he in the mountains?
He's looking for somebody.
Who is he looking for? Which hero in the Justice League lives in the mountains? None of them.
Aquaman does.
Aquaman going after the bad guys.
Aquaman lives in the mountains.
He lives in the mountains, yes.
Aquaman lives in those oceans and lakes in the mountains.
And sometimes he has a house. He's into real estate. Just like the water, he likes having places.
They turned Aquaman into Lobo. He's drinking. He's like he has his trident. He's jumping off cars. That's not Aquaman, okay? The armor alone on the guy looks ridiculous because Aquaman is supposed to be somebody who can walk on the bottom of the sea. What does he need this armor for? Okay, that's why he just had something that was supposed to be a little bit more regal, like chainmail. But of course, they have to overdo it. Wonder Woman sounds inauthentic every time I hear her voice.
You want Mark Wahlberg, right? Because that's what all Entourage was about, that he was lined up to do Aquaman. Would you wanted Mark Wahlberg as Aquaman?
You could have had Jason. You can have Jason Momoa if you decide to go more regal and less brawler, more of a king, and less of a bouncer. At a bar.
He's prepared. I tried to throw him a curveball and he was ready for it.
No. then we keep going, and who we get? Wonder Woman, who sounds authentic with every single syllable that she enters. But Petey was right. I have been remiss. Okay?
Don't start.
I have heard nothing but, Ben Affleck is great as Batman. And Ben Affleck is not great as Batman. Ben Affleck's lines are canned. Ben Affleck is cringing himself when he speaks these lines. When did Batman become the comedy relief? When did that happen? Why is Batman the comedy relief?
Okay, clearly there's someone with an agenda here.
It's you.
He does not want to give the show a chance. We know as followers
it looks
of the
stupid.
YouTube channel.
It looks
you
stupid.
have been panning this from day one, and we know why.
Well, because he had
Superman
reason.
is 6 feet under. If Superman was up and about, flying in his pink cape, everything will be fine.
Yeah, whatever.
But he's not.
Why is the Flash? Why are the Flash and Cyborg fighting? Why are the heroes fighting again? Didn't we get over all of that in the last film?
You speak. Can I give a little assessment of the video?
No, you can't. Okay, because you're not objective.
Objective. You talk about objective. Look at
what
you're wearing.
All right. Just say what you say. Just say.
Look at what you're wearing.
Just say what you have to say, Mario. Please.
Fitted cap, right?
Please.
Fitted cap, right?
No. All I'm trying to say is, I thought it was a pretty excellent introduction into the character, into the new movie. Okay, I thought, look, I wasn't crazy about the way Cyborg looked, and definitely not Flash.
What was wrong with Cyborg? Too busy?
but now
like
I
a
think
Neil,
too fake.
like a Jim Lee
Yeah,
sort
but
of.
now
run?
Looks fake.
It didn't look too bad.
It
You
looks
know,
like
we got
it looks
together.
like CGI, and this part over here is real. It looks fake.
I
and
would
that's
say
we gotta
he
give
got a
it
good
back.
voice though. The
Yes,
guy
he
who's
did.
playing him
Good
has
voice.
a strong voice.
good
And-
voice.
and
Everything
it.
else fake.
Yeah.
It's CGI.
Should give his voice to Wonder Woman. It'll sound better.
No.
Once again, Batman is the anchor of the crew.
You're
You know what I'm
absolutely right. And they have done, and how did they make him the anchor? By making him the comedy relief. They got, again, these stupid sequences. Why is he walking?
Temporary.
Why is he walking in the mountains? There are no heroes in the
You
mountains.
don't know what the story is going to happen. There's probably something happening.
No,
Yeah,
no,
let's
we
wait,
see-
let's-
no, we know
Fighting,
it.
they
He's
need to-
walking through these mountains to get to the town below. The guy's rich. You can fly there. You don't need to do any of
Why
this stuff.
he's
You
Come
got
on,
money
you gotta
to
relax.
shoot. You gotta have him walk around. And
Use the
look-
money on something else.
I think the way
Use the money to make Cyborg's suit look real.
They're not changing the Cyborg suit.
No.
Cyborg, I can get over around. Jason Momoa, I think he's a regal. I don't know what the hell you guys are talking about.
You think he's regal?
He is regal.
He's riding on the top of a car. Ah!
Badass, 'cause
He's
he's
freaking
badass.
Popeye,
Oh.
man.
Badass.
They don't have him. No, they don't have him as a regal king. He's a pirate. He's a dirty, nasty-haired, black-beard pirate, and that's not what Aquaman is supposed to be.
Well, this is a new interpretation. This is a different version of it. Okay, just like I like the version of Superman in Injustice, Gods Among Us. Right?
I
You hate
don't.
that, but hey, what can I say?
That's not an
Okay?
interpretation. They're doing to Aquaman what they did with Superman and that. That's a bastardization. That's what you do right there.
Okay.
That's like if I took you and turned you into a wholesome good person, that would be a bastardization of your natural character.
Yes,
And I wouldn't
that-
do that. So again,
I
it's stupid.
So
It's stupid. And
I said, I encourage you to go out
how
there
many
and
times are
don't
people
listen
going
to
to
these
swallow
guys.
this?
Oh, well,
How many times are you going to swallow
The
this
movie
same
made
argument?
nearly $1 billion. You said it was going to be a financial failure. And
It was.
blew all box offices at the time. And then,
What-
boom. And
what
the
are you
same thing with
talking
Suicide
about?
all right,
Squad.
let's not
If
not,
we
not
have to
doing I'm
redo-
not doing another
Okay.
fight over the
Yeah,
money.
you and that other guy who loved to tell these lies because nobody ever calls you on it. Remember who's that other guy's name? I won't
Oh,
say it right now.
man,
I won't say
yeah.
it right
Who's
now.
that person?
But you look right in the camera and lie to the people
Yeah.
and tell them
I
all
lied
this
to
stuff.
people. I said, guys, I expect
Oh, what,
everybody-
you want to use a more sophisticated word? You prevaricated, right? I didn't lie. I prevaricated.
All I'm going to say right now,
This is going to be the best
If
movie
this-
ever
look,
on
look,
day
right
one.
now, I'm putting a bet
Day
right now. This movie is going to be one of the biggest hits.
You putting with
A
you gonna
pen?
write it down?
A pen? That's
Yeah,
your bet?
To write down. I'm going to write down right now, and you're going to write down for me, Petey, just to prove.
You got
this is
no
gonna be-
paper.
Can you stop?
A pen?
I write it on my hand. I write it in ink
No,
on
don't
my
write it
hand.
on your hand. Don't
This
write
is
it
going
on
to be
your
$1
hand.
billion, as in B. That's what it's $1 billion movie.
And he's going to wash it off later and say he never made this bet.
Without.
He actually wrote it on his
Superman.
hand.
He's gonna destroy the footage.
God.
There's going to be no Superman on it. Bam! All right?
Superman's going to be in the film.
Okay.
You know he's going to be in the film. We saw Lois Lane in the trailer.
Yeah,
Fortunately,
Lois
we
Lane.
saw Lois Lane.
We also saw Commissioner Gordon in the trailer. I'm like, what the hell is he doing
How
in
much
this
makeup
movie?
does he have on him? Does he really look like that? Is that Commissioner Gordon? That's what's the name of the actor?
That's Commissioner Gordon in there.
Yeah,
he's like,
you saw him. They had
I
the
would
bat-
be
they had the
more-
bat- No, there's a lot of makeup on him.
I
A lot
know
of
it
makeup
is.
on him for that.
Why?
Lord.
Why do you need to have so much makeup on?
Why do you need Commissioner Gordon in a Justice League film at all anyway? A lot of
Because
this again
it's-
looks like more setup for a Batman film.
is the key right here. And,
All right.
You know, that's
Batman
why.
is the key.
I
Why
wanna-
do we need to see Commissioner Gordon?
I want to go to something that what was it? Who's that guy?
Be careful.
Lawrence Fishburne said about why is Perry White in the movie, and I would say why not? We need some humanity in this story. That's why you have the Avengers have Rick Jones.
Mm-hmm.
That's why the Fantastic Four have Wyatt or Alicia Masters.
Mm-hmm.
There seems to be some sort of humanity instead of just.
got Lois Lane.
But Lois Lane, I can't see how they. At least Perry White might have more of a connection than Lois, because Lois is just like
Yeah, if
tap
you-
tap 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 tap.
If you have if Perry
I
White,
can't do it.
if Perry White is a three-dimensional character and represents our window to humanity, fine. But when Perry White is just cat, what's the point of him being there?
Well, if they're doing that, then it's the whole
Commissioner-
point is
If
wasted.
Commissioner Gordon is there just so Batman can pull off a one-liner, temporary. We don't
Yeah.
need him. He
So
can pull
you-
off that one-liner with anyone.
So you can see the sign, being
And-
called to action to help humanity. That's his job.
We don't need the sign. You know why we don't need the sign? Because we can see the aliens flying in the air that he needs to fight. So we don't need the sign.
All right, so guys.
Aquaman on that
Guys.
car jumping into the air. I was like,
Yeah, it
oh
was kinda
my
dope.
god.
And
The
tried-
Nemesis, all right, the Nemesis in the movie. What do you think of it?
We don't, who?
Who do you
What?
think of the Nemesis?
That's the problem. We don't see who the nemesis. What
We know
kind
who
of
the Nemesis
crazy
is already.
freaking
It's
mystery-
Steppenwolf.
That's who the nemesis is?
Steppenwolf. They're
Is it-
afraid to use Darkseid, so they said
Why?
because the last movie tanked. So they're like, hey,
But
we're
we
gonna
didn't
keep
even get to
Darkseid in
see
the top.
Darkseid.
I think
You're not gonna see him. You're not gonna see him now.
Why? Because they're like Thanos is like we haven't seen Thanos
They
yet.
don't have full faith and confidence in this movie,
I
so you're
can't
not
do it.
gonna
We're
see
done.
I
Darkseid.
disagree.
We're
I think
done.
Darkseid's
We're
gonna
done.
be-
Now, there's your how good of a villain is Steppenwolf going to be? How good of a
Steppenwolf got killed the first time we saw him in the comics.
Yep.
He was barely in there. He
Yep.
was Darkseid was a young Darkseid.
He wore a fool's cap.
But he was a young Darkseid, and he's running the things as his mother was a Hegra. Hegra's running things. Darkseid just comes over. He got all this cool stuff, and then Darkseid is almost the reason why he gets killed. And it's like Steppenwolf is gone.
Yep.
Like he's barely in there. Like 4 or 5 pages.
They've done a lot to, and they've done a
they
lot
changed
to,
the
they've done a lot to build on Steppenwolf being a more of a threat.
Yeah.
But nobody really knows Steppenwolf.
Yeah.
Okay, no one knows Steppenwolf. He's not a villain. He's not a Lex
got me all
Luthor. He's not
upset.
Doomsday. He's not the Joker.
Well, look, if they have if Steppenwolf turns out to be like what they did with Lex Luthor, then it's going to be a poor movie. I would say that. But
There we go.
There you go. It's gonna be a
There
poor
we go.
movie.
We're
But
done.
I think the bad is going to be Darkseid. There's no way you can have the whole Justice League together and get a second tier.
Sure you
villain.
can. That's what they're doing.
We need some villains. We need some villains
more,
in
We need
this.
some more video to show up. But
I would
this is a
love,
great,
I
a
would love
great
to see
introduction
Darkseid
of
in this
Justice
film
League.
because I have a graded copy of the first appearance of Darkseid, which you can have for a reasonable amount of money.
Look,
He also
put
has.
it in the comments. Put
he
it in the
also
comments.
has my copy of the first appearance, but it's cut. It was cut in the corner, and I couldn't actually get any money from him. So it's just like,
That
you
was
know what?
that was low, man. That was low.
I was like, all right, I'm making some money, but I got the corners cut. Someone used the scissors, so. But I got the what's the name? The omnibus. The omnibus. Go out there and buy the omnibus.
It's
of
good.
all
I've
the
got
Fourth War
all
stuff.
four. I've got all four. It's
Solid
good.
stuff, and it's on like newspaper sort of print, so it's close to the original as you can get. It's
So
not the original like I had.
Volume 2 is
It's
gonna
not
cost you
the
some money.
original like I had. In
I
my
also
life.
have Volume 2, and you can have that for a reasonable fee.
so once again, I think this was an excellent introduction to the characters coming to the show. My apologies about putting Superman up there because I wasn't sure, couldn't get a good shot without him. But
Man, you just won't quit.
All right, we're done.
okay, gentlemen, we're
Yeah.
all in agreement. Great
Yeah,
introduction.
we're not doing it. Stupid.
Spin it back out.